7.3 we'll look at scientific notation. So it's a different way to write something. We looked at the exponential notation, now here's scientific notation. You can write a number as a product of a number and a power of 10. You are using scientific notation. So scientific notation is usually the way to write a larger number. So in scientific notation, 4,000 is written as 4 times 10 to the third. So if you look at it, your number that you have there would be your 4. You have 3 zeros there, as you can see, so that's your 10 to the third, that's your power there. So again, it's read as 4 times 10 to the third power, and that's what you would get for your scientific notation. So they're all written here for you in scientific notation, and they're asking you to do your standard notation as well, which we know from before would be just what your answer would be. But I know that I would have 5 as my number, and then how many zeros I would have after it, I would have 3. So that would end up being 5,000. Now number and word notation, I would write my number 5 and write the word 1,000 next to it. So that's a fairly simple way to look at your scientific notation. You can also do this with decimals, and that can be the little bit of a confusing part. With a decimal, when we wrote this out as 5 times 10 to the third, we knew that we had a 5 with 3 zeros. Now in the case down here with 6.5 times 10 to the 7th, you're not going to have 7 zeros behind it. In this case, you're going to have to move your decimal one spot. So your 6.5 times 10 to the 7th. One of the things you'll do is with this, you'll move your decimal one spot to your right. And then that takes away one of your exponents. So when you do this, it ends up being 65 times 10 to the 6th. So if you have 65, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those as well now instead of your 7, because your decimal movement takes away one of those exponents. So it's a little bit different to look at it that way with decimals.